All right. Good evening. It is 7:19 on the 13th of June 2013. I'm Texas Storm Chaser's David Reimer. We have a tornado warning now for portions of Hutchinson, Gray, and Roberts counties in the northeastern Texas Panhandle. This is going to be for a severe thunderstorm that's been in the northern Panhandle for a couple hours now that has occasionally produced brief tornadoes, in addition to baseball to softball size hail all the way back into the Oklahoma Panhandle. Now that we have a tornado warning for the city of Pampa, we'll go ahead and do some severe weather updates and coverage here, given the larger population density. This is going to be a supercell that is completely and utterly rain wrapped at this point with a rain wrap circulation. This rain wrap circulation is moving southeast at about 40 miles per hour and is currently 15 miles northwest of the city of Pampa, again moving southeast at about 40 miles an hour. The red you see on this map, those are going to be your wind directions moving away from the radar in Amarillo. Blues moving towards. This is a broad mesocyclone that has occasionally tightened up and is capable of producing a tornado, baseball size hail, straight line winds over 80 miles per hour. In addition, we're having a thunderstorm merger ongoing around Skellytown at the moment. All these storms could be dropping very large hail, damaging straight line winds, and the potential again for a tornado about 15 miles northwest of the city of Pampa, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. We'll take a look at the statewide view early this evening. And you can see that we do have a couple of severe storms in portions of the Arklatex, northeast Texas, and east Texas. Those have been producing golf ball to baseball size hail at times. Across Texoma and North Texas, up into southern and central Oklahoma, it has been mostly quiet for the last several hours. That is going to change with a vengeance as we get past midnight and probably past 2 a.m., with the potential for new supercellular thunderstorms that will be capable of producing destructive hail up to the size of baseballs. Hopefully nothing bigger than that, but I can't totally rule out softballs. Localized winds of 70 miles an hour and perhaps a brief tornado. And again, that will be after 2 a.m. Wednesday, most likely across portions of Texoma, North Texas, Northeast Texas, and the Arklatex. For now, again, we've got storms across portions of northeast Texas, generally moving off to the east-northeast at about 40 miles per hour. Strongest storms are producing golf ball to hen egg size hail. That is about 2 inches in diameter, certainly enough to crack windows and cause hail damage. And then back in the northern Texas Panhandle, we have a long-track supercell now approaching the city of Pampa, north of Skellytown. But we also have a cell merger occurring here where lots of hail, baseball size hail possible, straight line winds of 70 to 80 plus miles an hour, and we can't rule out a tornado. At this point, the strongest circulation, excuse me, is about 14 miles northwest of the city of Pampa, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. There we go. And you can see that here on the which way the wind's blowing mode. In fact, that circulation has become even more pronounced and tighter over the last scan, indicative that the potential for a rain-wrapped tornado may be increasing. And again, this circulation is wrapped in heavy rain and hail and likely not visible at all in person. Circulation is now 12 miles northwest of the city of Pampa, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. Those of you in the city of Pampa, you are included in this tornado warning. That means you need to take your tornado safety precautions, lowest floor, center room, away from windows, put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Given the amount of very heavy rainfall and hail not occurring in proximity to this possible tornado, but also ahead of this storm, thanks to a cell merger, heavy rain and hail may begin in the city of Pampa momentarily, with the potential circulation wrapped in additional heavy rain and hail 12 miles northwest of the city of Pampa, moving southeast at 40 miles per hour. It would appear the National Weather Service at Shreveport has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for this cell near Naples. It have indicated the storm is capable of producing baseball-size hail. A severe thunderstorm located 9 miles east of Mount Pleasant, moving northeast at about 60 miles an hour. This thunderstorm is capable of producing baseball-sized hail and winds over 60 miles an hour as it moves northeast at 60 miles an hour. Very abnormally fast for a June thunderstorm. This storm will be near Maud at 7:50. Texarkana, the west sides of Texarkana, 8:05. The Texas-Arkansas state line, Texarkana, at 8:10. Again, this is a thunderstorm capable of producing baseball-sized hail, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour, now moving into the town of Naples. Maud, 7:50, riding up Highway 67 towards Texarkana. By 8:05 p.m., the potential for a severe thunderstorm to produce baseball-sized hail, winds of 60 miles an hour located near Naples, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. This thunderstorm may also impact New Boston, Marietta, Douglasville, Leary, Domino, and the city of Texarkana, including Interstate 30. Back into the Texas Panhandle, severe thunderstorms capable of producing baseball-sized hail, straight-line winds over 80 miles per hour, and a tornado currently located near and northwest of the city of Pampa. These thunderstorms are ongoing, have a complex cell merger ongoing, which means those of you in Skellytown, Wayside, Pampa need to be taking your tornado safety precautions. Any sort of spinny, doom mischief will not be visible in person due to heavy rain-wrapped behavior. So again, those of you in the city of Pampa, hail core now increasing in size on the north sides of the city of Pampa. Those of you in the city of Pampa need to be taking your tornado safety precautions. Lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible if you're in a sturdy site-built structure. We do not encourage anyone to be in a mobile home or a vehicle or a travel trailer. Move to a site-built structure. And again, stay away from windows. Heavy rain and hail likely falling on Highway 152 from the western outskirts of Pampa all the way up 152 to Skellytown. Destructive hail likely now falling on the northwest sides of the city of Pampa all the way up Highway 70, almost towards Roberts. And again, these thunderstorms ongoing a complex cell merger, the potential for a rain-wrapped tornado, 80-mile-an-hour winds, baseball-sized hail, the potential for wind-driven baseball-sized hail. These storms moving east-southeast at approximately 40 to 50 miles an hour. Should they continue, they will be within the city of Pampa within the next 5 minutes. Those of you in Pampa may receive an extended duration of very large hail, strong winds, the possibility of a tornado near the city limits of Pampa within the next 15 minutes. So again, seek shelter now. Lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Hard sole shoes are recommended along with a helmet just in case you end up having some flying debris or glass. Those of you in the city of Texarkana have your own issues with a severe thunderstorm capable of producing baseball-sized hail currently located from near Omaha to Naples, moving northeast at 60 miles per hour. This thunderstorm will be near Maud by 7:50, Redwater by 7:55, the city of Texarkana by 8:05 p.m. And again, this thunderstorm is capable of producing baseball-sized hail, winds of 60 to 70 miles an hour. The potential for heavy rainfall that could cause street flooding. This storm will impact Interstate 30 from New Boston east to Fulton, Arkansas over the next 1 hour. Travel on Interstate 30 is not advisable. In the northeastern Texas Panhandle, severe thunderstorms capable of producing baseball-sized hail, 80-mile-an-hour winds, the potential for a rain-wrapped tornado approaching the city of Pampa. The strongest low-level rotation currently is located 10 miles northwest of the city of Pampa, moving southeast at 40 to 50 miles per hour. However, very heavy hail and rain are ongoing in the city of Pampa at this time as a complex cell merger occurs. This may also be able to squeak out extremely heavy rainfall that could cause flash flooding within the city of Pampa itself. Those of you in Pampa should be taking your tornado safety precautions. That'll be the lowest floor, center room, away from windows. Put as many walls between you and the outside as possible. Hard-soled tennis shoes and a helmet are also recommendable in the event you have to deal with flying debris or walk on broken glass. So I do a little bit of housekeeping on my side of things. We're going to go ahead and get ready to look at the high-resolution rapid refresh model for tonight. For, unfortunately, while things are quiet right now across portions of southern Oklahoma, Texarkana, and North Texas, we are anticipating a busy Wednesday morning with another round of supercellular thunderstorms capable of producing very large hail, the potential for destructive hail, unfortunately. So what we're going to do, we're going to change the upper third title, switch over to that. We're going to clear off all our radar data. We're going to take a look at the state as a whole. So again, we're going to look at the latest run of the high-resolution rapid refresh. First thing we're going to do is we're going to look at the model at 8 p.m. That allows us to see what's going on. Now, this is what the high-res rapid refresh model believes the radar will look like at about 8 p.m. Not doing so well with this activity across eastern North Texas or the northeastern Texas, eastern North Texas, but it is doing a pretty good job with the activity across portions of the northeastern Texas panhandle. So remember, weather models can be useful, and sometimes they can even be right. Let's go to midnight. By midnight, the high-resolution rapid refresh model is developing additional showers and thunderstorms across portions of Oklahoma, still continuing strong to perhaps severe storms with large hail in the Arklatex into northeast Texas. 2 a.m., we're starting to see additional thunderstorms develop across the Big Country, western North Texas. 4 a.m. Well, let's just go to 3 a.m. How about that? Unfortunately, the high-resolution rapid refresh model has been extremely persistent most of the day and depicting intense supercellular thunderstorms developing after 2 a.m. Wednesday across western portions of North Texas into Texarkana. These thunderstorms would move southeast at 30 to 40 miles an hour. The most intense storms, just like last evening, this morning, and this afternoon, could produce hail larger than the size of baseballs. 3 a.m., 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m., 7 a.m., 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m. I'll go ahead and just load this on a loop for you from 9 p.m. through 10 a.m. And while this loop loads, you're going to be able to see that while we may have a period of somewhat quiet weather late this evening into early Wednesday morning, similar to like we saw last evening from about 11:30 p.m. through 3 a.m., unfortunately, we are expecting another very active morning across portions of North Texas, Texarkana, Northeast Texas, and the Arklatex, with long-lived supercellular thunderstorms capable of producing golf ball to softball size hail. Those storms could be a direct threat to the DFW Metroplex between 3 a.m. and 8 a.m. Wednesday morning, just like this morning. And these storms may produce destructive hail, unfortunately. There may even be more than one round of storms. Some data suggests yes, some data suggests no. Regardless, the potential is there for a very active Wednesday morning across North Texas, Texarkana, Northeast Texas, into the Arklatex. Could be as soon as midnight. Most likely it's going to be after 2 to 3 a.m. In addition to the potential for destructive to giant hail, we could also see localized damaging winds over 70 miles an hour and can't totally rule out a brief tornado. Unfortunately, that will occur during the early morning hours Wednesday before sunrise in some circumstances and result in several folks being woken up by falling chunks of bowling balls out of the sky. So again, we encourage those of you in Texarkana, North Texas, the Arklatex, and Northeast Texas to have a way to receive weather warnings early Wednesday morning through the morning commute into the mid-morning hours on Wednesday, given the probability that we will be busy with significant severe weather. Most likely hazard, again, with the most intense storms. Not all the storms, in fact, not even all severe storms, but the most intense storms could drop softball-size hail as they move east-southeast at 40 miles an hour Wednesday morning. Also, the potential for damaging straight-line winds and perhaps a brief tornado. Heavy rainfall could also cause localized instances of flash flooding, especially in the highly dense urban corridor known as the DFW Metroplex. And just for fun and giggles, we'll zoom in. Again, this is a weather model for tonight into tomorrow morning, and you can see, in all likelihood, we're going to have a very long Wednesday morning. Unfortunately, this model has been extremely persistent in showing this activity for most of the day, and when that persistence continues, it leads some credence to the probability. See, words are difficult. To the probability that we're going to have problems in the morning with hail. So with that being said, let's take one last look at the ongoing storms. Then we'll get back to posting updates directly on social media. Scattered severe thunderstorms, more isolated really at this point, across portions of northeast Texas. Severe thunderstorms capable of producing golf ball to baseball size hail from near Naples to Marietta, moving northeast at 60 miles an hour near the community of Maud by 7:50. Texarkana by 8:05 to 8:10 p.m. The potential for golf ball to baseball size hail. A severe thunderstorm over the city of Linden, also moving east slowly at 35 miles an hour, comparatively slowly. That could have golf ball size hail moving towards Atlanta. Back over North Texas, Texoma, we're pretty quiet right now, and hopefully we'll stay that way for the next several hours. Across the northeastern Texas panhandle, the potential for damaging hail within the city of Pampa right now. Potential for wind gusts over 70 miles an hour, and cannot totally rule out a rain-wrapped tornado north of the city of Pampa approaching Highway 70. Should that circulation continue, it would be approaching the Pampa Airport, which is northwest side of Pampa, about 3 miles northwest of the Pampa Airport at this time, moving to the southeast. Showing a strong circulation continuing with this almost bookend vortex signature now. We have winds moving towards the radar at about 70 miles an hour, winds moving away at about 40, so 105 mile per hour gate-to-gate shear. And again, this circulation likely completely and utterly wrapped in heavy rain and hail, so you will not see it. No tornado debris signature, which is good, but we're going to have to watch it carefully. Those of you interested in keeping an eye on the sky can do so with the free Texas Storm Chasers interactive weather radar available on our website at texasstormchasers.com/radar and on the Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. This complex of severe thunderstorms continues to move southeast at 20 to 35 miles an hour. A severe thunderstorm warning for LaForge, Mobetti, McLean, Groom, Interstate 40. Looks like this will include Interstate 40 from Groom east to almost Shamrock. A complex of severe thunderstorms with wind-driven golf ball size hail. Straight line winds over 70 miles an hour and the potential at times for a tornado. All right, we're going to go back to watching things on social media, and if we need to return, we'll do so. But again, main story, destructive hail likely now falling within the city of Pampa and the northeastern Texas panhandle. That storm moving southeast at 30 to 40 miles per hour. Severe thunderstorms in northeast Texas moving towards the city of Texarkana to Atlanta from Naples and Linden. The potential for golf ball to tennis ball, maybe even baseball size hail. We may see a break this evening from about 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. before another round of intense severe thunderstorms capable of producing destructive hail develops and then moves southeast across portions of Texoma, North Texas, including the DFW Metroplex, Northeast Texas, and the Arklatex. Keep an eye on the sky with the free Texas Storm Chasers interactive weather radar on our website, texasstormchasers.com/radar, and in the free Texas Storm Chasers mobile app. We'll be here keeping an eye on things with you, and we'll be back as necessary.